Granny here, and I haven't recorded anything in a while, or at least it feels like that. So I thought I would share with you a little bit of what's going on right now. So I have a beautiful trailer out sitting in my parking lot that we are presently refurbishing. It's a 1976 Holiday Rambler Presidential 3000, 30 foot. And so we've been very excited dealing with that. We're still trying to get her all sealed up so I can do the real fun stuff, which is the interior. But there's an issue. It's not a bad issue. Well, something has not necessarily surprisingly come up because I've done this for the 2 years in a row. I try and make it out to Utah in October. October's a busy month for me. So basically, there's this really cool function that takes place in Ogden, Utah. It's called Witch Stock, and I love going. And my friends go, and some of my cousins, and I usually have a really good time. Well, I have traditionally driven out, and which is not such an easy task because it's 1,700 miles from where I live. So it is a 2-day drive. The first couple times that I went out, because I went out twice in 1 year once, I did drive straight through. I'm finding that harder to do now, and whatever is going on in here is making it really hard for me to stop off at hotels and stay the night, especially without someone with me. And it could be very well that the last, I don't know, 5 hotels my husband and I have stayed at has been so filthy. It's not even funny. And then when I'm by myself, I have like these weird issues about somebody breaking into my room and killing me. I'm OCD, and as I'm getting older, I'm finding out that I'm more OCD than I used to be. So I psych myself out a lot. This year, I have finally given in, and well, yeah, it was the beginning of this year. I gave in and I actually bought a real working vehicle. Not a Fiat, not a Mini, not a small itty bitty car that just put, but an actual truck. Because I have had such a hard time dealing with hotels that that was the only way I was going to be able to travel, unless I was going somewhere where I knew somebody. And even then, I have issues. So it's really weird. I have issues in my own house. I'd much rather actually be living in my trailer in the driveway of my house than in my house. I'm the perfect person I'm a very social person. I love people. I love being around people. But I'm coming to find out the closer I get to 50, the more I've decided I would be the perfect person to be living alone. Although I'm not, because I like having people around. It's weird. So anyway, back to the conversation. So Witch Fest is coming up. I guess I started thinking about it and getting out there too early. But with the truck, it's expensive to drive it cross country. Well, at least I thought it was. It is if I'm pulling something, because if I'm pulling something, I'm only getting 11 miles to the gallon. If I'm not, I'm getting 24, which is not as good as all my small itty bitty cars, but I don't have any of those anymore. So, well, I have my Mini, but yeah, it drives you. You don't drive it. It's very tiring. After like an hour, you could sleep for 10 hours. But anyway, because it's a real Mini, it's not these new ones. I started thinking about it early because if I'm going to fly, then I need to be able to book far enough in advance that the airfare won't kill me. And then, of course, I'm going to have to rent a vehicle because I don't want to put people out. And there's a couple things I want to do, which includes going out into the desert to get some stuff, harvest some herbs, wild herbs that grow in the Southwest only. None of them illegal, like sage and stuff like that. But anyway, so I figured, I'll rent a car, and then I don't want to just go there for like a day or 2 days or 3 days around the event and leave because I have too many people I want to see. And not all of them know each other or even get along. So, I was going to have to, I could see them in groups, but, whatever. Anyway, so then I was thinking, because the person I normally stay with is my cousin, and I hadn't talked to her in a while, and I'd been texting her, and she hadn't been texting me back, so I wasn't sure if I could stay there. So then I started looking at hotels, and I'm like, oh my Lord, I'm going to have to pack 2 bags. One bag with my clothes in it, and another bag with all my linens, and I'm going to have to get a allergen plastic zippable containers for the mattress and the pillows. Oh no, I'll buy a pillow when I get there. I mean, it's really horrendous for me to stay in a hotel. I have to literally bring everything with me. So I was like, it was just getting way overbearing. And then I finally heard from my cousin, and she's like, oh, yeah, that'd be awesome, blah, blah, blah. And we're making plans. And so, okay, that goes away. I'm like, oh, great. So not only do I not have to worry about bringing all my linens and everything, just a couple, but I don't have to deal with other people's in the hotel. And, I was looking at paying, minimum $68 a day for 7 days, plus car rental, plus airfare. So I added all that up. That was wow. So now I'm like, okay, great. I can stay at my cousin's house. Everything's situated, no problems. And then I start thinking about the flight. The flight itself does not bother me. Getting on the plane doesn't bother me. It is security. And even at that, the security here doesn't bother me because the airport is such a small airport that I don't. I mean, they do the pat downs and stuff, and that kind of bugs me. But there's other more evasive stuff that the bigger airports do, and that's my return flight. I have to go into Salt Lake City, and that's where my flight starts on my return. And I freaked myself out so bad, I went back to, okay, I'm just going to drive. When I started looking at it, the round trip in the truck is going to cost me the same as a round trip in the air. So now I would save on hotel because I'd be staying with my cousin, and I'd be saving money on airfare because I'd be driving. And then I started thinking about it. That's a 2-day drive, and I can't do it in one shot anymore. And, well, I could stay in my truck, but then I have to stay, I'm going to have to pull over in like rest stops and stuff, get out of my vehicle and get into the back of the truck to sleep in the back seat. It's a crew cab. So I can lock myself out once I get in, but I'm worried about that. And then I'm also, I do my best to wait to go to the bathroom until I have to get gas. And, so I'm on the fence again on whether or not I'm even going to go. And it bothers me because I really want to see my friends. I miss my friends horribly. I miss my cousin, my family, and I have to be back here, before Halloween, and this function is on the 24th, so I would have to really, if I'm driving, I'd have to leave the day after and sound like a mental mess. I am. This is really freaking me out. And I'm mad at myself because I can't just get on the plane like a normal person and, deal with all that without it totally freaking me out. And the thing of it is it's not just the freak out. It's the fact that the way things are now, that if I have any of the freakouts that I've had in the past in security, I will end up arrested because they've been pretty bad. Ask my kids. They don't like flying with me because me going through security isn't good, and it's just strangers touching me. And I had one guy take that damn wand. Nothing went off because when I go through, I make sure I have no metal in my bra. In fact, I wear a sports bra. I have no metal on me anywhere, but I was wearing a skirt, and he decided that I needed further patting down and whatnot. And he took that damn wand thing and literally shoved it up between my legs. That was the last time that I went on a plane. So, and had that happen to me now, and the reaction I had when that happened back then, I would have been arrested and put into a federal prison. So, yeah, we can see how upset I am about that. But yeah, it's very upsetting that I can't get over there to see my friends because of my damn head. And I let so much wash over me. This is one thing I just can't let go. So, I love my friends. I really, 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 really want to and need to, for my own sanity, get out west and see my friends and family. I really, 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 really need to do that. I don't think I'm going to be able to, and that is, disappointing. Not only to me, it upsets me because I can't do it, but it also upsets me because I feel like I'm letting my friends and family down, that I can't make it out there. And I'm not going to lie to them. It's because of that I think I'm not going to make it. So, anyway, that's what's going on in my head for the last 3 days. I'm totally obsessing about it. I probably shouldn't do it. If it was just the flight itself, I could take something, pass out, and then be there and be like, oh, wow, when did the flight happen? But no, it's not that. It's the actual dealing with security. So, anyway. That is one of the reasons I travel the way I travel, and one of the major reasons that I love my trailer, because wherever I go, I've got my room, I've got my bed, I've got my linens, I know who slept on my bed, I know what's happened on my bed, I know no one's thrown up on my bed, and if they have, I know what was done to clean it up. Same with the whole living area space. I know that if there's a toenail on the floor, it's my toenail or my husband's or my baby's, being any of like my son's, daughter-in-law's, or grandchildren. It's still gross, but I'll clean it up, but it's not some skanky whatever that's just decided she's going to chew her toenails off and spit them off into the floor. I know that's gross. Or if there's any gook in the shower or the tub, that it's family gook, and even though it's gross and I want to throw up, I'll still clean it up and not be too freaked out. I mean, I'm freaked out, but not way freaked out. So, that's it. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you for partaking in my craziness. And if you liked this video, please push the subscribe button down below. If you know anybody that you think might like this video, please share it. We all like to share. It's good for us. It's good for the soul. If you'd like to see more of me or the Boho Baby, you can find us at www.thebohogranny.com, or you can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/ The Boho Granny, or follow us on Twitter at The Boho Granny. You can also snail mail us, and we do like getting snail mail, and you can do that at The Boho Granny or The Boho Baby, care of Alissa DeAmonti, P.O. Box 24, Edwards, Mississippi. And if you send us a self-addressed stamped envelope, we will write you back. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, sharing in my craziness, and I hope to see you down the road.